and welcome. In this video, we're going to focus on the importance of the glutes when it comes to standing up and sitting down. And not only the glutes, but also the mobility in the hips. So we're going to focus on releasing the glutes. You're either going to need a reflex ball. If you don't have a reflex ball, a tennis ball will do, and a chair. So as I was saying, we're going to focus on the importance of the glutes and a few exercises that we can do in standing to strengthen the glutes and really focus on the core, because that is, the glutes are part of the core, and that is, as we age, a very important part of the body to maintain mobility in and strength in, because it will help us with our movement, getting up and down, sitting down, standing up. Let's get started. Taking the reflex ball under the foot, and I just want you to roll the foot out, either using the tennis ball or the reflex ball. Just give it a good release. Let's do the same thing to the other side. Move the ball right to the lateral side of the foot and all the way to the heel, into the arch of the foot. And then put the ball to the side. We're going to come back to it just now. Now what I want you to do is just bring your big toe up and just push the balls of the feet into the mat and lift those big toes up, keeping the ankles nice and steady. Don't let them roll out. Now the big toes down and the little toes up. What you're going to do now is stand on one foot. Just focusing on the strength in that ankle. If you need your chair, keep it available. Now, if this is not challenging enough, I want you to close your eyes, and those proprioceptors in the eyes will also be challenged. You have to really focus on keeping that balance. The more you squeeze the glutes, the easier the balance is going to be, so squeeze the butt. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So start off with the eyes open. Focus on spreading your foot out. And then just close the eyes and really feel that ankle kicking into action. And release. Okay, so when I speak about getting up and getting down, I often see people bending down, bring their hands onto the floor, and then you're going down or turning into it or something like that. The way we're going to focus on getting down is stepping your foot forward. Now, some of us have a stronger side, so use that stronger side to step forward. And then you're going to lift the back foot, curling the toes under, and I want you to drop down onto the knee, and then you can come down onto your mat. The same thing when you're standing up, your stronger leg forward, curl your toes under. Now you're using the glutes, part of the core, to help you get into that lift. Push into the ball of that back foot, activate the glutes in the front, and stand up. If you need a chair, use the chair. If you need a wall, use the wall. Try not to drop the hands onto the floor. Try use those muscles in the core to help you with that lift and that lowering down. Let's take, again, either the reflex ball or the tennis ball, and I want you to sit on the ball. You're going to use your hands now, and you're going to release the glutes. So the glutes are the biggest muscle group in the body. And the stronger they are, the better that balance is going to be, the better that core stability will be, and help with longevity, mobility, all those kind of things. So give the glutes a nice release. Bring the glutes right onto the lateral side, and you're going to bounce because the glutes make up this whole section here, and you can bounce onto that lateral side. So here we'll get a little bit of hip mobility there, getting a bit of fluid running into the joint there. And let's do the same thing to the other side. Ball under the glutes, move up and down, side to side. Nice deep pressure there. And let's bounce that knee out to the side. Bring the ball onto the lateral side of the leg and bounce. 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. Good, release the ball. You're going to come onto the hands and knees. I want you to release your hands from the mat. Double up the mat if you need more cushioning for the knees. So you can do this. And bounce in that rounded position. Lengthening and opening up into the vertebrae in the spine. Just bounce. Now from there you can bring the hands onto the mat. If you need your chair, you can bring it in front of you. Bringing one foot into the arch of the other foot, and here we're going to focus on that mobility in the hip, and you should feel the glutes activating. Your second option for this exercise is to stand up and bring your knee or your thighs parallel, your knees parallel as well, and you're going to start off pushing back into that lift. So you can bend the supporting knee slightly, open up into the pelvis, balance if you can, so you're activating those muscles around the ankle and into the foot. But if you need the support from the chair, you can use it. And we're going to rotate into that movement as well. So you can stay on the knees if you want to. You can come up into this lifted position, which is actually a lot more challenging on the supporting leg. So quite a nice way to strengthen those glutes as well. Hold it in the rotation and bounce up. So you should really feel those glutes activating now. And a nice rotation in the hip there. Keep going. 2 and 1. Good, let's do the same thing to the other side. So bending your supporting knee and start off pushing back into that lifted position. Release the chair if you can and feel that ankle really kicking in. Keep going. Let's go into that rotation out and in. So you're keeping the foot almost exactly where it is and just rotating the knee out and in. Keep going. Hold it in the rotation. Bounce the knee out and in. Stay nice and open there. Keep going. Another 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. And let's go into a few lunges, getting down and up onto the mat. So step your stronger leg forward, lift onto the ball of the foot, and you're going to push down. Use the chair if you need to. Drop down onto the knee, and let's bring the knees side by side. Let's take the other leg back. Take it forward, hands on the chair if you need them. If you don't have a chair and you need some stability or support, then you can bring the hands onto the thigh, but try not to use the hands. Activate the glutes, push into the ball of the back foot, and lift yourself up. Step forward. Let's take that leg back, hands onto the thigh if you need, and drop down onto the knee, release the foot. Bring the knees side by side, step the other foot forward, curl the toes under. Another thing you want to focus on when you are in these movements, and which make it easier